Following is a presentation of RJL 518 Sports Network. Hello, everybody. Once again, this is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you back to another exciting edition of the Inside Pitch 1964 One and Gone Tournament. For those of you who are catching me now, thank you for joining me. For those who wish to catch this on at a later time, that's fine. I just want to play more baseball. This is Game 4 of this tournament, and it is the number 17 seed Houston Colt 45s, and they're taking on the number 16 seed Boston Red Sox. And this is the fourth game of this tournament, and this is also the final game of the primary matchups, as you can tell by the bracket. Houston is featuring Boston here. Game number 4 is the final before we get to the next round here. Cleveland has already knocked out the Mets. Minnesota beat Kansas City, and the Chicago Cubs beat Washington. They were all exciting games, so really you should check them out. Both the Mets, Cleveland, and the Washington Cubs games both went extra innings, so they were a lot of fun to play. They were a lot of fun to play, so I hope we get a chance. You might want to take a look at them. We are here at Fenway Park for this game between the Colt 45s and the Red Sox, 1964. Of course, the Colt 45s were in the National League. Boston was in the American League, so we are playing interleague matchups, throughout with the overall record determining the seedings. Of course, it's 1964. Pitchers are still batting here, so should be exciting. Starting pitcher for 1964 Boston Red Sox is Bill Monbouquette. He was 13-14 with a 4.04 ERA that year. Boston was a pretty mediocre team. Did not have very good starting pitching in 64. So I'm actually thinking if there is one team that could really upset a lower seed in this first round, I think it's the Colts. I think they could definitely do it. So let's play some baseball, shall we? Some more inside pitch action. Top of the first inning, I'll go ahead and introduce the players as they come to the plate. And leading off for the 1964 Houston Colt 45s playing left field will be Al Spangler. And we'll use blue and white as the main dice for the call. And let's play some baseball. Monbouquette against Spangler, top of the first. Let's roll. 1-4. That is a possible wild pitch, but fouled away. So we'll roll again. 5-5 on Monbouquette's card. Possible strikeout. A 6 for Spangler. Nothing extra from Fenway. It's an 18. There's no strikeout. Spangler will get a chance to hit. 5-5, and Spangler leads off with a double into center field. Well, that's one way to get things going. Runner on second right there for Houston. Good start. That'll bring up second baseman Nellie Fox. See if anything going on in the strat die. That is a 15 and a bunt rating of 5. I don't think anything. Nope. Nothing going on. Let's play. 6-1. Possible strikeout. Against the righty is a 1. A 4 on the dice. No strikeout for Fox. 6-2 on his card. That's going to be a pop out to second. So 1 down. Infield is still normal because I added a little bit extra here to the thing so you know what the infield looks like. Next batter will be right fielder Joe Gaines. Strat dice has a 12, nothing. Monbouquette, 4-1, and that is a blank. 4-1, pop out to short. 2 outs. And next batter is first baseman Walt Bond. 5-3 on Monbouquette's card is a lefty, a 1-13. It is a 2. That is a star line, and that's going to be a fly ball to left. He gives up the leadoff double, but he gets nothing out of it. The Colts don't get anything, so no runs and a hit. As the Colt 45s go down, the leadoff double doesn't help them. This is a one-and-gone tournament. It means you lose and you're done. Thank you, Al Red Sox fan, for the idea. Bottom of the first, pitching for the 1964 Houston Colt 45s will be Bob Bruce. Good pitcher, 15-9, 2.76 ERA. He was their ace. And, of course, the top pitchers in these first rounds are going head-to-head against each other. Let's see. Bottom of the first, leading off for the 1964 Boston Red Sox will be second baseman Dalton Jones. 3-1. That is a single past the pitcher, and that's going to be a base hit for Jones. Leadoff hit for him. And that will bring up left fielder Tony Conigliaro. A little jumpy. And a possible steal attempt by Jones is 13. Plus 2 is a 15. Grody's arm is a 16. So, yes, we'll see a steal attempt by Jones. And a 10, and he does steal second base. And Conigliaro is at bat. 2-3, blank. 2-2, and that is a single past the second baseman. That will be a base hit. Dalton Jones, base running rating of 3 and S4 to get from second to home. He only needs a 2, and Jones does have that. And an RB, it's going to be an RBI single by Conigliaro, and the Red Sox joint get a quick run there. And it's going to be 1-0 Boston. A lot of these teams jumping out on top in the first inning of all these games. Next batter will be center fielder Carl Yastrzemski. Let's see if anything going on. 11, nothing doing. Bruce with the pitch. 5-4. That's a possible. That is against a lefty. That is 1-3. That is not a single. That's a blank. Yastrzemski 3-2. Star line 1. That is a ground ball to second base. Yastrzemski's double play rating is a 4. The infield's automatically halfway with a run on base. It's a 5. -1 double play from Bruce becomes a 4. The ball is hit to second, so short is automatically the pivot. So a 1-4, they're going to turn 2. They do not. It's not a double play. The only play was to first base, so Yastrzemski is out, but the runner does advance. 1 out. Infield will go back to normal, and the batter will be first baseman Dick Stewart. 17, nothing going on. 1-6 for Bruce. That is a possible walk against a righty. He has a 5. +2 from Fenway Park, a 7, a 2, and he walks Stewart. Runners at first and second. The batter will be right fielder Lee Thomas. Infield back to halfway. Houston in a bit of a jam here in the bottom of the first. 5-4 on Bruce's card. He's a lefty, a 1-3, no hit, no single one. So passes that. Go a 4-5 on Thomas's card, and that is a fly ball to right. And Tony Gliaro's base running rating is a 3. There's a 3. Does he advance to third? Yes, he does. It's a 3, and he will advance to third. It's straight base running rating from a hit from a hit to right. On a fly out to right, so sacrifice works. But there are 2 outs. Runners at the corners for third baseman Frank Malzone. Infield infield is normal with 2 outs. 6-5 on Bruce's card, a blank. Malzone 4-2, and that is a star line 4. That's going to be a ground ball to first, and that will end the inning. 1-1 for the Red Sox, 2 hits and a walk. At the end of 1, Red Sox leading the Colts 1-0. Top of the second coming up. Leading off for Houston will be third baseman Bob Aspromonte. 2-4 on Monbouquette's card. The possible strikeout against the righty. It's a 7 and a 2 on the die, and he will go down on strikes. 1 out. Center fielder Jim Wynn comes up for the Colt 45s. 4-3, that's at the ballpark. 6-5, and that is a possible home run to center field. And Wynn against the righty is an 11, and that is a 2. And Jim Wynn hits one high, he hits one deep, and he hits it gone. And that is a home run for Jim Wynn. And the game is tied. That will bring up the shortstop, Eddie Casco. Still 1 out here, top of the second. 2-5, that's a possible walk. Against the right is a 7 plus 2, 9. 10 on the die, no walk there. Casco gets the swing. 5-1, and that's a single past the second baseman. That's a base hit. And now we'll see the catcher, Jerry Grody, with 1 out. Anything going on? 15, nope. Infield halfway. 6-3 on Monbouquette's card as a blank. Grody, 1-6. That's a ground ball to third. Second baseman be the pivot man. Double play rating is a 2, plus the infield half is a 3. Monbouquette +1 is a 4. Boston is the second. Jones has no pivot rating. So it's a 0, actually. So 1-4, they turn 2. And they do not. Casco is thrown out at second, but they can't get Grody, and there are 2 outs. Brings up the Houston pitcher, Bob Bruce. Infield normal, infield back to normal. Monbouquette, 3-3, blank. Bob Bruce, 5-3. And that's a single for the pitcher. It's a single past him. That's an S1. That is an S1. Jerry Grody's base running rating is a 3. With 2 outs, it becomes a 4. And they only needs to have a 4 in order to get to third base, and he will do so. Bob Bruce gets a base hit to help his cause. Grody goes to third. Bruce helps him out. And that will bring up Spangler. Can the Colt 45s do something good here? Two-4. That is a possible strikeout against a righty. That's a 6. A 7 on the dice. Spangler does not strike out. He takes a hit. 4-4, and that's a fly out to left. 1 run for Houston on 3 hits. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2, tied at 1. Leading off for the Boston Red Sox, shortstop Eddie Brassard. (4-6) on Bruce's card, range play at the park. 5-1, and that is a single possible double to 8. The ball is hit to center field. That's Jim Wynn. He needs a 1-3 to make the play. And he will not, so that is a single. Eddie Brassard's base running rating is a 3. Wynn has a -2 arm. So in order for him to make second base, he's got to have a 1. It is a 6. He's thrown out at second base. He is out of there. 1 out. Out trying to stretch a single into a double. That'll bring up the catcher, Bob Tillman. Is a base hit, but he is out. Tried to stretch a single into double, and he got thrown out by Wynn. Wynn has a very good arm out there. 5-4 on Bruce's card. That is against a righty. That is a 1-17 star line, and it is. And that's going to be a ground out to short for the second out. And that will bring up the pitcher, Bill Monbouquette. 2-5. That's a possible strikeout. And against the righty, he strikes out on the 17. And the 19, that's rare. The pitcher actually doesn't strike out. Monbouquette gets a chance to hit. He did bat 083 and 64. That's a 3-4, and that's a ground out to second. And that'll end the inning. No runs. There was a hit for Boston at the end of 2. We're tied at 1. Top of the third. Nellie Fox leads off for Houston. Throw the chair up a little bit. 1-1, a blank on Monbouquette's card. 5-6, line out. Right to third, 1 out. Here is Joe Gaines. 5-6 on Monbouquette's card. That's a possible home run against a righty. Joe Gaines needs a 10, and that's a 14. It is, and no added addition to Fenway Park. So no home run for Gaines. He misses it. We'll see what he gets on his roll. And a 5-3 is going to be a fly out to right on a star line 6. 2 outs, and here is Walt Bond. 6-1, strikeout possibility against the righty. He needs an 11, and it's a 5, and Monbouquette strikes him out. And that will be a 1-2-3 inning for the Colt 45s. Nothing doing there. We go to the bottom of the third. Who leads off? Top of the batting order for the BOS Sox. Here's Dalton Jones. 6-3, strikeout possibility against the righty. It is a 6. That's a 4. Jones goes down on strikes. That's the first strikeout by Bruce. And that will bring up Conigliaro. He singled his last time up. 4-5 on Bruce's card. That's at the park. 6-4 at Fenway Park. That is a fly out to center. 2 outs. And now Yaz. 6-3 on Bruce's card. Strikeout. A right-handed pitcher is a 9. 17. Yaz does not strike out. He will get to swing. 1-1, and that is going to be that's a single against the right-hander. Yaz gets a base hit. 2 out single. And that will bring up Dick Stewart. 1-4. That's also at the ballpark. 5-5 for Fenway. And that is going to be a rare play. Getting a lot of rare plays so far in this tournament. Rare play, men on base. And that is a 4-4. A grounder to second base who throws in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop the ball. Result play, making a range play check for the first baseman to see if he scoops the ball. Otherwise, E4. So range play check to first. So Bond is a range of 2. So he's got to make so he needs a 1 to 2 to make it. It is a 4. He does not. And that's going to be an E4. Which means Yastrzemski goes to second, Stewart, and that is an E4 on the second baseman. Runners will advance 1 base. And that's actually a throwing error, actually. So, yeah, it's a throwing error. So we got to see if Yastrzemski, if they advance an extra base, actually. So does Yastrzemski get to third base on the play? His base running rating is a 4. Yes, he does. Stewart's base running rating is a 2. He does not. So Yastrzemski will hold at third. Stewart is at first. And the Red Sox are in business with 2 outs. That's a bad error. And that is the first error on the Colts. The batter will be Lee Thomas. There are 2 outs, though. We'll see if Bruce can get out of it. 1-5 on Bruce's card. That is a possible error on a grounder. Thomas, 3-3, and that's going to be a single to right field. And that's a garbage call. Single to right field. So we know Yastrzemski will definitely score. On a single to right, Stewart's base running rating is a 2, becomes a 3 with 2 outs. It is an S9, a +2 for single to right, which makes him a 5. The right fielder is Gaines. It's a +1. It's a 6 on an arm. So we already know Stewart with a 6. Stewart definitely makes it to third. Thomas is at first, and the Red Sox now lead it 2-1. Boy, that error hurt. The batter now is Frank Malzone. Infield is still normal. 5-1, possible strikeout against a right-handed pitcher of 4 and 18 on the die, no strikeout. Malzone takes a hit, 4-2, Starline 4, ground out to first, and that will do it for the inning. Red Sox do get a run on 2 hits and an error at the end of 3. Boston leading Houston 2-1. Bad error. Boy, that error really hurt. For those of you who are watching this video on a replay or so, I hope I'm not burning you guys out with all these, games I'm playing. So if anybody has any comments or ever watches this video, if I'm burning you out, please let me know. You want me to slow down? I'll slow down. I'm just having fun. Top of the 4th inning. Bob Aspromonte takes off, lead off for Houston. 2-1 lead for the Bo Sox. 3-1 is a blank. 5-4, and Aspromonte's card is a fly out to center. And that will bring up Jim Wynn. Wynn hit a home run his last time up. 1-5, that's a range play. 6-5 for Wynn. That is a fly ball to left field. The ball is hit to Conagliaro. His range is a 3. He will make the catch. 2 outs. Well hit ball by Wynn, but Conagliaro got to it in time. And here's Eddie Casco. Monbouquette, 1-4. Wild pitch is fouled away. Repitch. 5-3. That's a possible question one here. Against a righty, a 1-8 would be a single 1. It is a 14, so it's not. It's a blank. Casco gets the swing off his card. 3-3, fly out to right field. So the 3 Astro batters fly out to center, left, and right. 3 up and 3 down for Monbouquette. The Boston Red Sox still have a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th. In a rapidly moving game here so far, which is fine by me. Leading off for the Red Sox will be Eddie Brassard. 4-4 for Bruce, a possible error on a throw. 5-6 for Brassard. That's a ground ball to third base. The ball is hit to Aspromonte. His error rating is a 6. It is a 1. There is going to be a throwing error. So Walt Bond's range rating is a 2. Does he make the scoop? He does not. So we know Brassard is there. Now his base running rating is a 3. Does he take second? He does not. So Eddie Brasal does not have the speed to get to second, but it is an error, and that is the second error on the Colts. And that is a throwing error, and that is an E. That's an E5. Second error on Houston. Runner on first, the batter will be Bob Tillman. Infield halfway. Anything on the strat die? That is a 10, nothing going on. Bob Bruce, 2-2, possible strikeout against the righty is a 9, a 14 too high. 6-2 for Tillman's card, and that is a single into right field. An S9 base running rating for Brasal is a 3, and you add to get that's a +2, so that is a 5. And the ball was hit to right, gains a +1, it's a 6. No need to roll. Brasal automatically gets to third base. There's no throw. So a base hit by Tillman now puts runners at the corners with nobody out. The batter is Bill Monbouquette. Let's see what he's going to do. Infield is still going to be half. They're going to try for, well, actually, they're going to call the infield in because Monbouquette does not ground many double plays. But first, let's see what the strat die says. That is an 18, and that is a sacrifice, I believe, for the pitcher. Yes, that's a sacrifice, so Monbouquette will bunt it. Bunt is on, which means we'll put the corners in. Actually, no. That would be a squeeze play. That would be a squeeze play. Squeeze play. Do we want to attempt a squeeze? Brasal's base run rating is a 3. Why not? Let's do the squeeze. Let's try a squeeze play. And that is a 5-4, and that is hit here. But this is disregarded because you're doing a bunt. So you go right to here. So now you roll for the bunt. And I need the chart for the squeeze play. And it is a 6. It is a 5. It is a 5-5. So the ball is hit to third base. The ball is hit to third base. It is a 15. His bunt rating is a 2, and a 15 bunted defense choice. Retire batter or 2. Attempt to get runner from third. Roll 1d6 from base runner of runner on third. Okay, so Eddie Brasal, his base running rating is a 3. So they have a choice. It's not that great a bunt. So attempt to get runner from third, roll 1d6 versus base runner. They're going to try to get him out. So they need to roll higher than that 3. They do not, which means Brasal does score on the squeeze play. It is successful. Subtract 1 from base runner if infielder was in. The infielder was in, but the roll was a 1 anyway, so it still made it. So that squeeze play is successful. Monbouquette gets to first, and the Red Sox now lead at 3-1, and that actually goes as an infield hit. So that is a base hit, is what that is. Runners advance 1 base, now 3-run Red Sox. Bill Monbouquette gets it done. Here's Dalton Jones, bottom of the 4th. Anything with strat? A 3. Nothing going on. Infield no goes back to half, and still nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 5-1, strikeout possibility against the right. That's a 6. 19, Dalton Jones does not strike out. 1-2, that's a line out to second base. And the runner, there is a line out to second base. There's a couple of runners. Let's see, is there a double play? It's a 1. And yes, the runner on first is thrown out. So that is a double play. A line out to second. The throw goes to first to get Monbouquette. Tillman stays at second, but there are now 2 outs. That's a double play. That is an L. That is an L-4-3. And now 2 down. As they turn the double play, and that will bring up Tony Conigliaro. Infield normal. 4-5, possible error on a throw. Bruce not getting any help from his defense. 6-4, star line 6, but a fly ball to center field. There is no error. And that will end the inning. 1 run for Boston on 2 hits and another error on Houston. At the end of 4, the Red Sox lead 3-1 in this one-and-gone tournament. Top of the 5th. Let you guys know the next game coming up. Next game coming up in this tournament, game number 5, is going to be the Cincinnati Reds versus the Los Angeles Dodgers, which means we'll be getting a look at Sandy Koufax because he's going to be the starting pitcher for the Dodgers. The Reds actually were the better team that year than the Dodgers were, although Koufax still had that, I believe he had a 1.74 ERA that season. So that's the next game, Cincinnati and the Dodgers. Top of the 5th, 3-1 Red Sox. Monbouquette goes ahead and takes over back on the mound. Here is Jerry Grody for the Colt 45s. 5-2, that is a possible strikeout against a righty. It's a 15 and a 7, and yep, Grody does go down. And that is 1 out. That brings up the pitcher, Bob Bruce. He will hit. 1-1 blank. 3-3 star line 1, ground out to second. 2 men down. And now here's Al Spangler. Monbouquette 5-3. Possible double question mark. That is, he is a lefty. A 1-13 is a star line. 7, yep. That is a star line. That's a fly ball to right. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Colt 45s. Halfway through the game, Red Sox lead 3-1. Bottom of the 5th. Yaz leads it off. 3-5 on Bruce's card. Wild pitch fouled away. 2-3. Bruce's card is a blank. Yastrzemski 1-2. Ground ball right back to Bruce. He'll make the play. And that is a ground out to the pitcher. And that will bring up Dick Stewart. Stewart reached on an error last time. Houston has 2 errors in this game so far, and both have led to runs. 1-3 on Bruce's card. Strikeout possibility of 12. And again, with a 13 on the dice, Stewart does not strike out. A 3-6 for him is a single past third, a base hit. Second time he's been on base. And that will bring up Lee Thomas. Infield halfway. A 1. Stewart does not have any attempt. So nothing going on there. But you roll there to see if there's a pickoff play, though. So runners at first, infield half. That is a 6-3, a strikeout possibility of 4, and a 5 is too high. Wow, I'll tell you, Boston batters are getting a lot of good die rolls against the strikeout rating. 5-4 for Thomas, and that is going to be a single to left. Single to left. Stewart's base running rating is a 2. To get from first to third is a -2, becomes a 0. Spangler's arm is a 1. So the only way he can get there is on a 1. He does not, so he'll hold at second base. So runners at first and second. Still 1 out here. And that will bring up Malzone. Malzone 0 for 2. Anything on the strat? A 6. Bunt rating of 3. Nothing going on. 6-6. A blank against a right. 6-6. A single past the shortstop. Another base hit. Dick Stewart Base running rating of 2 and S6. He needs a base running rating of a 3 to get home. His base running rating of a 2 will not do it, so he will hold, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. And the batter will be Eddie Brassard. With 1 out, Brassard has a double play rating of a 2. They're going to call the infield in, try to keep this from going any further. They get big pitch here for Bob Bruce. That is a 5-6. That's a blank. 5-6 on Brassard's card. That is a ground ball to third. Ground ball to third. And so now we check the infield in. Of course, the base runner has to run. The defense can choose an automatic out at first, a double play try. The ground ball to third. His base running rating is a 2, so the throw comes home. Dick Stewart is out. That's the second out. Now they try to get the double play. The double play rating was a 2. -1 is a 1. There's no pivot. So in order to get the double play, it has to be a 1. They don't. So the throw home, the runner is out, 2 down. Infield will go back to normal. But the base runners move up. That is a fielder's choice. The batter now will be Tillman. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Bruce with the pitch. That's a 5-6. Against a righty, it's a blank. Tillman, 5-5. And against a righty, that is a ground ball to short. They'll get out of the inning, and they'll throw to first and end it there. Oh, boy, that could have been a lot worse, but that's it. Nothing for the Red Sox. They did have 3 hits. They've gotten a hit in every single inning. 5 in the book, still 3-1 Boston. Timeout for a reset. Hope you guys are enjoying this as I'm enjoying doing it. Having an absolute blast. I'm really loving inside pitch, and now that I'm getting better with the game, it's even flowing even better. Guess we should go to the top of the 6th, shouldn't we? Top of the 6th here at Fenway Park. Houston gets out of a big jam. Nellie Fox leads off for the Colt 45s. He is 0 for 2. And Bob Bruce, that could be his last inning because Bruce is going to be tired in the next inning. So that might be it. Actually, that is going to be it for Bruce. He is going to come out, and we'll need a pitcher for the Colts. But Monbouquette still has some batters he can face. Top of the 6th. And that is a 2-1 strikeout possibility against a 1. And with a 14, no chance. Nellie Fox, 2-4. And that is a single into left field for a base hit. Fox gets a single, leadoff man on. The batter will be Joe Gaines, infield half. Strat die says 12, nothing happening. Monbouquette with the pitch. 1-4, possible wild pitch. A 15, though, is too high. So we re-roll. 1-6, a possible error on a grounder. Joe Gaines, 4-4. That is a ground ball to short. The ball is headed. That means Brassard's got to make the play. His error rating is a 7. It is a 6, and he will make the error on the grounder. That is a ground ball error. As he boots the ball, and that's just a 1-base error. So runners at first and second as the Red Sox commit their first error. So that is an E6. Runners at first and second, and Boston gets their first error. Here's Walt Bond. Infield still playing halfway. Monbouquette 1-1 is a blank. 4-3 single into right field for Bond. That's a base hit. Runners move. Nellie Fox's base running rating is a 2. A single to right to get from second to home would be a +1 is a 3. The right fielder for Boston is Thomas. He has no arm. So a 1 to 3, he will score. It is a 1. He will score. Nellie Fox does come in. Nellie Fox does come in to score. Joe Gaines on a 1-6. Actually, that's a 1 and a 6. Lead runner advances. If roll is less than or equal to, if the lead runner advances, the roll is higher than the trailing runners, they hold. So a 1, he does score, but a 6 on the die prevents Gaines from going to third base, so he stays there. But it is now 3-2 as the Red Sox error leads to a run. The batter is Bob Aspromonte, and still nobody out here, top of the 6th. Anything on the strat roll? 9. Nothing going on. Runners at first and second. Monbouquette in a little bit of a trouble here in Boston. 4-4, and that is a strikeout possibility against a righty. That's a 7, and a 10 is too high. Aspromonte 2-2. That's a ground ball to third. Aspromonte's double play rating is a 3, +1 is a 4. Second baseman is on a grounder to third. Second baseman is pivot, which is Jones. That's a 0. So, and actually got to find out first if the ball was hit. That's a 4. So that ball was actually hit right at the third base. So choice force only at third base or to try second to first double play. They're trying the double play, so they try a 1 to 4 to. They need a 1 to 4 to turn 2. They do not. So Gaines gets the third. Bond is out though because the 5 beats his running rating, and Aspromonte gets the first. So that is 1 out as they could not turn 2. On the fielder's choice. So now runners at the corners with 1 out. And the batter is Jim Wynn. Anything on the strat? A 1. Joe Gaines' attempt rating is a 2. Do you steal? I'm not going to steal home. No. Aspromonte's attempt to steal, a 9. He has a 9 +2 would be an 11 to try to steal second base. Tillman's arm is a +2. It's a 13. A 1 to 13 from Aspromonte to try to steal, to go to second base. Why not? Aspromonte will try to steal second base. We need a 1 to 13. And he gets it. Gaines holds it first. Aspromonte steals second. Takes the double play out of it. And Jim Wynn's still the batter. Now the infield is going to be in. Monbouquette, 3-1 blank. Jim Wynn, 5-1 against the right-hander. That is a fly ball to center field. And that is the second out. His sacrifice fly rating is a 2. So a 1 to 2, he gets Gaines in. It is a 1. Gaines will come in to score on a sacrifice fly, and we are tied at 3. Aspromonte will stay at second. And the batter now will be Casco. 2 outs, no strat. 1-1, a blank for Monbouquette. 6-2 for Casco. That's a fly ball to left, and that is going to end the inning. 2 runs for Houston, 2 hits, and there was an error. And we are tied going to the bottom of the 6th at 3. See a new pitcher for the Colt 45s. Monbouquette is the batter supposed to be up for the Red Sox. He is not gonna bat, so Monbouquette's gonna come out. Boston's gonna go to the bullpen here. So he is done. And we'll bring out the pitcher first for the Colt 45s. And I usually bring out their pitcher with the most relief appearances. That's not a closer. And that's going to be nope, not him. I'm sorry. That's going to be Claude Raymond. Claude Raymond will come out to pitch for the Colts. And he has an 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Until he's tired. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Boston. So we'll probably see a lefty. And that's going to be Russ Nixon. Nixon to pinch hit for Monbouquette as both teams are going to go to the bullpen. Raymond's pitch. That's a 5-5, and that is a possible walk against a righty, a 7, and a +2 is a 9, and a 7 on the die. He walks the pinch hitter. The batter will be Dalton Jones. Anything going on with Strat? A 10. Nope. Claude Raymond, 6'3", range play. Dalton Jones, 4-3, fly ball to right field. That's Gaines. Gaines needs a 1-2 to make the play. He does not. Is that a single or a double? That's going to be a single. So it turns into a single 9. Nixon's base running rating is a 2, and that's a right field, so that becomes a 4. Gaines' arm is a 5, so a 1-5, he makes it to third, and a 2 he does. So Nixon does get to third base on a base hit by Jones, as Gaines couldn't make the play. Runners at the corners, nobody out. The batter is Conigliaro. Conigliaro has a pretty good double play rating of a 3, but they're going to call the infield in because they're at the tie game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Don't want any runs to score. Michael Peterson joins me here at the ballpark. Welcome, sir. I've been playing by myself for the last 47 minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. You guys can always catch it on the replay. Am I burning you guys out with all these games I'm posting? Just wondering. What do you think? Runners in the corners, infield is in. Actually, I got to go ahead and see if there's anything on the strat first. An 11, nothing going on. Claude Raymond, 2-2, possible strikeout, an 11, and a 1. Yes, he strikes out Conigliaro. Big strikeout by Raymond. And now the batter is Yaz, not you watching it work. Okay. 1 out. Anything on strat? A 19. Yaz has a bunt rating of a 1. I don't think we're going to see anything there. Nope. Nope. Not so. Runners in the corners. Now they're going to play. Yastrzemski has a ground ball to play rating of 4. They're going to try to turn it. That is a 4-5 on Raymond's card. Strikeout possibility against a righty. That's a 9. And 11. Raz doesn't strike out. A 2-5 for Yaz, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. So the question is, can they turn it? Double play rating is a 4. Claude Raymond adds nothing to it. Shortstop is the pivot guy. It's Casco. It's a 0. So a 1 to 4. They turn 2 and get out the jam. It is a 4. They do. First base to shortstop, back to first, and Claude Raymond of the Colt 45s gets out of it. That is your typical 1-3-6-3 double play, and that ends the inning. No runs. There was a hit. And at the end of 6, we are tied at 3 as Yaz grounds out into that 3-6-3 double play. How about that? We go to the top of the 7. Need a pitcher for the Red Sox. And they have They have Grody and Raymond coming up to bat. So you got a righty. They'll pinch hit, of course, for Raymond. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and just choose Boston's best pitcher with the most relief appearances. That's not a closer. And that is going to be Bob Hefner. Bob Hefner comes in to pitch for the Red Sox. He'll take over here on the top of the seventh. Leading off for the Colt 45s is Jerry Grody. Both these teams bad, mediocre. Houston is the 17th seed. So they had the 17th worst. They had the fourth worst record. Boston was mediocre. They were not that great in 1964. Boston Red Sox had, I believe, a losing record. I think we're 79 and 83, something like that. I guess I should put the records of the teams in the comments. I guess should do that, and I will, starting from next time. Hefner will pitch to Grody. To start the top of the seventh. 5-4 strikeout possibility of 15 and 8. Definitely Grody goes down, 1 out. We'll see a pinch hitter for Bruce. And I'm pretty sure we will see a lefty. And coming on to bat will be Rusty Staub, a young Rusty Staub on 1964. Still best logo? Yeah. That's still the best logo. And I'm a Mets fan, so I love my Mets logo. But yes, that's still the best logo in baseball history. How can you not love a logo with a gun in it? That's the best logo in baseball history. Period. How can you not love a logo with a gun in it? Yeah, right. Bob Hefner will pitch to Staub. 1 out. 3-6. A possible home run against the right-handed pitcher. He needs a 7, and it is a 3. Rusty Staub comes off the bench and blasts a home run off of Bob Hefner. And the Colt 45s lead it 4-3. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the 3rd or 4th time in this round in this preliminary round of games that the bench player has come off and hit a home run. Clean home run off of Hefner, and it's now 4-3 Colt 45s. That's right, Le Grand Orange. Le Grand Orange, he does it. And that will bring up Al Spangler. Spangler 1 for 3. Le Grand Orange off the bench and hits a homer. How about that? I think that's the 4th or 5th time that's happened in the first 4 games. The bench, I guess the bench is the place to be, not in the starting lineup. 1-6 off of Hefner's card. Strikeout possibility against a 6. A 16 is too high. Spangler 2-2. That's a base hit past shortstop. And that is a single for Spangler, and that's his 2nd hit of the game. And now Nellie Fox, infield halfway. Anything going on with Strat? It is a 16. His bunt rating is a 5. It would be a bunt from Nellie Fox. Let's see here. You're up 4-3, a bunt. You got 1 out. No, I'll overrule it and I'll swing away. The strat roll to me is that it tells me what I can do or what may be available to do, but of course, all can be overridden based on game situation, and that's exactly what I'm doing. You got a runner on first base. Nellie Fox is coming up to hit. You now lead 4-3. If there was nobody out, I'd probably do the bunt. 5-2 on Hefner's card is a possible hit by pitch. A 15 minus 2 becomes a 13, and he plunks Fox. Ugh. And Fox gets plunked. So he gives up a home run and a base hit, and now Hefner goes ahead and hits Fox. They're not going to waste any time. Out he comes. There is one out, but they're not going to waste any time. So the Red Sox are going to go back to the pen. Joe Gaines is the batter. I think they'll bring in another right-hander for Boston. And they're going to bring in Jay Ritchie. Maybe Ritchie will have better luck. Jay Ritchie will come in to pitch now. Runners at first and second. The infield is still going to be halfway. Anything going on? That is a 9. Nothing happening. One out, top of the 7th, 4-3. Houston Colt 45s. 1-5 for Ritchie. That is a possible strikeout. A 15 against the righty. 11 is good. And Gaines goes down. Struck him out. Second out. Now the batter is Walt Bond. He got a base hit his last time up. Worked with kids and hospital charities. Rusty Staub was a heck of a guy. Do I do research on these teams beforehand? Some, but not much. I have no problem with you guys. If I'm wrong on something, I have no problem with you guys telling me I'm wrong on it. That's okay, but not really. But you're right, though, about LeGrand Orange. Rusty Staub worked with kids and hospital charities. He was one loved baseball player. He was so loved by everyone. Was with Houston, was with my Mets, was with Montreal. And what really hurt is he retired in 1985, the year before the Mets won it all. He had just stayed a Met for one more season. Infield is now normal. 2-1 for Ritchie. That's a possible home run against the lefty. Against the left-handed bat, it's a 1-11. Does it pass the check? A 4 does. Now you come here against a righty. Walt Bond's got a 20. There is no home run check from 20. I don't even have to roll the dice. Jay Ritchie throws one, and Walt Bond blasts a home run out of here. Against the left-handed bat, a 1-11, and that's a 4. That's a 4. It passes. Then you go to this. And against a right-hander, Bond has a home run of 20. Since 20 is as high as it can go, and there's no change here on the Fenway Park chart, Bond blasts a 3-run shot, and the Colt 45s lead 7-3. My name is Bond. Walt Bond. My name is Bond. Walt Bond. And he just went ahead and blasted a 3-run homer here at Fenway. Ugh. So the bullpen completely blows up here for the Red Sox, and now a 7-3 lead for Houston. And the batter is Bob Aspromonte with 2 outs. 1-1 is a blank. 1-1, star line 2, ground out to second base, and that will end the inning. 4 runs for Houston on 1, 2, 3 hits and a hit batter. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning with the Colt 45s leading 7-3. They could be they're looking like the first lower seeded team to beat the higher seed. But we still got baseball to play. Leading off for the Red Sox will be Dick Stewart. Houston's going to go to the pen. As Salvador America comes here, says this is a disturbing development. Yeah, sorry there, Salvador. Let me ask you a question, Salvador. Am I burning you out on all these games I'm doing? Just wondering. Just wondering if I'm burning anybody out. I'm just loving to play the game. Let's see. Ken Johnson, no. It looks like Jim Owens. Is he the closer? I'm going to go with Gordon Jones to pitch for the Colt 45s. I'll have him come out to pitch. It's not a save situation. Only when we lose. Gordon Jones will now pitch for the 64 Houston Colt 45s. They lead 7-3 on the Boston Red Sox. Dick Stewart leads off for Boston. Gordon Jones is the 7 batters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Jay Ritchie was a 9. And he took over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So let's get back to baseball. Bottom of the 7th. The Houston Colt 45s. Yeah, I'm sorry, Salvador, but your Red Sox. Was Durker or J.R. Richard on team then? No, J.R. Richard was not on Houston yet until the 70s. Neither was Durker. They came later. 3-4 for Gordon Jones' card. That is a possible strikeout against a 12. A 12 on his die, and that's a 17, no strikeout. Stewart will take a swing, 5-3, and Dick Stewart leads off with a double. Leadoff double for Stewart. He'll hold it second. 4 runs on the board, 3 innings left. So no strat roll. So strat rolls are now automatically canceled. And the batter now will be Lee Thomas. It was not on the 45s. The Houston Colt 45s only existed from 62 to 64. They became the Astros in 65 when the Astrodome was built. Gordon Jones, 2-3, possible walk against the righty. It's an 8, and a +2 is a 10, and a 10 on the dice, and Jones walks Thomas. And now the Red Sox are in business with runners at first and second and nobody out. And the batter is Frank Malzone. Need to string some hits together. Well, let's see, infield halfway for the Colt 45s. I know Steeler fan 19 Steeler fan would be loving this game right now. When the 45s came in, was there an expansion draft then? Yes, there was. Yes, there was. When the Mets and the 45s came in 1962, there was an expansion draft. You had to fill the players. Let's see. No strat roll. Gordon Jones. 6-6, a range play. That's always fun. Malzone, 3-6, a ground ball back to Jones. His range is a 3. Does he make the play? A 5. No, he does not. That is a single 1. That is a single 1. So, let's see what we got. We know we have a base hit, single 1 on the runner first to home. First to home, Dick Stewart, base running rating is a 2. He just needs a 1. Stewart will score from second. And now it's 7-4 to get from first to third for Lee Thomas on a single 1. He needs a 4. He does not have it. Thomas's base running rating is a 2. So runners at first and second, still nobody out, but now it's 7-4 on a base hit by Malzone. And now the batter is Eddie Brassard. Do you think they'll expand a mover team? They need to expand. I actually think they need 2 more teams, dump the 3-division alignment, go back to a 2-division alignment. But I think they need to expand. I think they need 2 more teams. A team in Vegas and maybe and get another Montreal Expos team up there. But if there is a team to be moved, believe it or not, that could be a team that could be winning the World Series this year if they beat the Astros tonight. That would be the Rays. But because the Rays are getting sick and tired of playing at the Trop, which I understand. 7-4. And nobody out. Wow. So Gordon Jones not doing the job. They're going to pull him. Not going to waste time. The Colt 45s are going to come out. I'm going to bring in a new pitcher. And they're going to bring in Don Larson. Larson was on the 64 Colt 45s that year. Don Larson will pitch. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. The infield is halfway looking for the double play. In there, it's a dump. It is a dump. I've been there too. And get rid of interleague crap. I agree. Interleague play needs to go away. It needs to go away. It wore out its welcome. Runners at first and second. Very important at bat here. Bottom of the 7th. Is there a strat roll because it's now back to a 3-run lead and a 4 and nothing going on. Don Larson will pitch 6-6, another range play. Oh, boy. 3-1, star line 4. That is a ground ball to third. The ball is in Aspromonte. His range is a 3. Does he make the play? Yes, he does. Now, do we have a double play? Ground ball. Grounded double play is a 2. Larson's a 0. Infield halfway is a 3. The ball is hit. The ball is at the third, which means second base is the pivot guy, and that's Fox. And his arm is a -1. So a 1-2. So only a 1-2, and they get the double play. They got it. They got it. Third base to second base to first base. They get the twin killing. And actually, I should have rolled to see where that ball was hit anyway. And that was towards the line. If double play or force, it would go 5-3. So they get the double play. So Thomas is at third base, but Malzone and Brassoud are out. But 2 outs now. Big twin killing. Big fielder's choice. And a runner on third. The batter now will be Bob Tillman. I'm going to get dark in my room. I'm going to turn the other light on so you guys can see better. Make it a little bit brighter. There you go. So runner on third base, now 2 outs. The infield will go back to normal. Tillman will bat. Big double play. That is a 1-5 on Larson. Possible error on a throw. 1-4 on Tillman. Fly ball to left field. That's no throwing error. That's going to do it. And that'll end the inning. Red Sox get 1 run on 2 hits. Could have been a lot worse, but at the end of 7, the Colt 45s lead it 7-4. I don't think it should go away. I think American League teams were good to see National League. That was part of the magic of the All-Star games. American League and National League only saw each other during twice a year. Oh, an exhibition season as well. What do you mean exhibition season? What? Get rid of spring training? No, you can't get rid of spring training. You need spring training. You need spring training. Or are you talking about like the few exhibition games before the season starts is what you're asking about? Top of the 8th inning, Jay Ritchie coming back on the mound for Boston. It'll be Jim Wynn leading off for Houston here in the top of the 8th. Wynn has a home run today. Ritchie with the pitch, 2-3. It's a blank. 5-6. And that is a star line 3. That is a ground out to third. 1 out. And that will bring up Eddie Casco. No American League and National League season during spring training. Okay. Well, you got to have spring training. There's no doubt. You got to have a month to prepare for 162 games. But I actually think, yeah, the interleague play has worn out its welcome. I actually think it has. Takes away a little bit of the World Series glamour. Ritchie will pitch to Casco. That is a 4-1. That's a blank. Casco 3-6, ground out to second. 2 down. And now Jerry Grody. Ritchie 2-2, possible walk. An 8 plus 2 is 10. A 5, he walks Grody. Don Larson was due to bat. They will bring in a pinch hitter for him. And with a lefty on the mound, I think they'll go ahead and bring in Dave Roberts to bat against Ritchie. Dave Roberts will go up against Jay Ritchie. There are 2 outs. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. His batting average isn't much different. I'm going to have to rest in peace Mr. Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan was a rookie, was pretty much a rookie player with the Houston Colt 45s, and he only had 40 at-bats in 1964. I'm going to let him bat. Joe Morgan's going to bat for the Colt 45s here as kind of a tribute to him here as he gets a chance. 2 outs, though, no strat roll. Richie, 3-2. That is a walk and a right-handed pitcher in 19, and Joe Morgan walks. Jay Ritchie walks the pinch hitter. Second straight walk. And now the batter is Spangler. Still 2 outs. Ritchie, 4-3. Possible strikeout against the right-handed pitcher is a 6, 22 high. Spangler, 3-2. And that is a ball hit to right field against a right-hander. That is a 16, and that is higher than the hit column. And that is a 16-ounce ball hit to right field, and Thomas will get there, and he will make the catch. Oh, boy, that could have been big. Fly out to right, but inning over. No runs, no hits. There was a couple of walks. Bottom of the 8th coming up, 7-4, Colt 45s. If someone leads the division by 20 games come September, then so be it. It's about consistency and avoiding the injury bug. A little luck never hurt either. That is true. That is very true. Bottom of the 8th inning. Let's see who the Colt 45 is going to bring in to pitch. Pinch hitter coming up for the Red Sox as well. So the first thing we'll do is choose a pitcher. And that will probably be their pitch. It is not yet a save situation. So I'll bring in the pitcher with the most relief appearances that is not the closer that is available. And that's going to be Jim Owens. Owens will come on and pitch for the Colt 45s. And now we bring in a pinch hitter for the Red Sox. And that's going to be their only lefty, and that's going to be Gary Geiger. Gary Geiger will pinch hit against Owens. 13 at-bats, but I'll use them in this case since this is a tournament. If this was, I know the trailing runners are not challenged a lot in these games. They are challenged. Depends on what the second die roll is. Trailing runners are challenged. We've had a couple thrown out earlier in some of these games. Bottom of the 8th, 7-4. Jim Owens will pitch. 6-5, possible error. Geiger, 5-5, and that is a ground ball to second base. Fox's error rating is a 6. A 17 is too high. Nellie Fox will make the play. 1 out. And that will bring up Dalton Jones. Oh, you're talking real baseball. Oh, okay. 1-5, possible error on a grounder. Dalton Jones, 2-6, and that is a single into left field. That's a base hit. The ball is hit to left. Spangler's error rating is a 6. That's a 20. He's not going to make the error, so that's going to be a base hit. Base hit for Jones, and that is his 3rd hit of the game. And now Tony Conigliaro. No strat roll, since now the strat roll number is a 2, which is 3 runs minus 2 innings. So there's no strat roll. Owens, 3-5. And against the righty, that's a blank. Tony Conigliaro, 6-5. That's a single to center field. Now the Red Sox got something going on. Single to center. Dalton Jones' base running rating is a 3. To get from first to third is a -1, so that is a 2. Center fielder win is a -2. That is a 0. Dalton Jones will hold at second automatically. No throw. Jim Wynn has a very good arm in center field, so nobody testing anything. So now runners at first and second with one out, and the batter is Yaz. Yaz is 1 for 4 in this game. Infield is halfway. Houston playing for the DP. 4-4. That's a possible strikeout against a righty. That is a 9 and a 9 on the die. Yaz goes down swinging. Oh, big strikeout by Owens. 2 outs. He gets Yaz. And now Dick Stewart. Stewart is 2 for 2 tonight. Singled and doubled, reached on an error, and walked. Can Stewart come through for Boston? 5-4 on Owens' card. Possible strikeout against a righty. It's a 12, a 16 too high. Stewart gets a chance to hit. 2-6, and that is a single past the shortstop. That's a base hit. Dalton Jones' base running rating is a 3. In order for him to get second to home, he has to have a 3, and he does. So Dalton Jones will score from second base. Tony Conigliaro's base running rating is a 3. To get in order to get the third, he has to have a 5. So Conigliaro, even with 2 outs, actually becomes a 4, but it doesn't matter. He has to be a 5. So Conigliaro gets the second and holds, but in comes Dalton Jones, and the score is now 7-5 on a base hit by Stewart. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and now the batter is Lee Thomas. Seven to 5 now. Back to a strat roll. See if there's anything going on. An 18. No, nothing going on. So runners at first and second. Owens will get a chance. Pitch to Thomas. 4-1. Hit by pitch. A 5 minus 10 is they're not going to have no hit by pitch there. He has a 5, so it becomes a -5, and the die roll was a 12, so no hit. So Thomas gets a chance to hit. 6-4, and that is a star line 4. That is a ground ball to first base, and he'll take it himself to get the out. Red Sox are chipping away at it. 1 run on 3 hits. And at the end of 8, it is now 7-5. Boston still in there. They ain't done yet. Getting some timely hitting. We go to the top of the 9th. Boston needs a pitcher. Not a save, so I'll bring in the pitcher with the most relief appearances. That's not the closer. And that's going to be a lefty, and that's going to be Arnold Early will come into pitch. He's a left-hander. Early will pitch. Only pitched to 5 batters, hoping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And leading off for Houston will be Nellie Fox. Top of the 9th inning. The Colt 45s, 3 outs away from being the first of the higher seeds to advance. They still got to get through the Boston Red Sox. Early's pitch, 4-1, possible error on a grounder. Nellie Fox, 5-4. A ball hit to right, a hit column roll into the right field against the lefty, and that is a 4, and that's going to be a leadoff double by Nellie Fox. And the ball is hit to right, and that is Thomas. His error rating is a 3. Does he make an error? And no, he does not. So Fox stays at second base. That is a base hit. Double for Fox. And now the batter is Joe Gaines. Infield is normal. No strat roll. 3-3 on Early's card. Possible strikeout against the lefty. It's an 11. A 19-2 high. Gaines will hit. 5-4. Ground ball to second base. He grounds out to second. Nellie Fox advances to third. Grounds out to second. Nellie Fox advances to third automatically. There's one out. And now here's Bond, who hit the big home run. The infield is going to be in. Boston cannot allow any runs to score. Early's pitch. 1-5. Range play. 5-6. That's a ground ball to second base. First thing out of self is a range play. It's hit to second. Jones's range is a 2. Does he make the play first? He does not. That's a ground ball past second base. So that means that turns a G4 into an S4. Fox will score automatically. And with the infield in, he really would have. The only way, actually, it wouldn't have mattered. With the infield in, his range of a 2, and with the infield in, the range is a -2. So really, there was no way he was going to make it. That was automatically going to be out. That's a base hit, and the Colt 45s grab an extra run. It is now 8-5 on a base hit by Bond. Infield goes back to halfway as the Colt 45s get that run back. The batter now is Bob Aspromonte. Bond on at first, no strat roll. Early, 6-5, possible walk against the lefty an 8, 14-2 high, even with the +2 from Fenway. 4-1, Aspromonte, star line 1. That's a ground ball to second base. Double play rating is a 3, no added there. Infield half +1 is 4. Ground ball to second. Shortstop is automatically the pivot man, which is Brassout, and he has no pivot rating. So a 1-4, they'll turn 2. They do. Second base to shortstop, back to first, double play, inning over. But a big run comes in for Houston. 1 run on 2 hits. And it is now 8-5, Colt 45s. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. There is no fatigue at all in this tournament. So every pitcher that is used can be used the next game. There is no fatigue. And the Colt 45s will go ahead and bring in their closer. I'm pretty sure it's in here someplace. And that is Hal Woodashik. He's a lefty, but with 23 saves, he is the Houston closer. So he's going to try to close this game out with an 8-5 lead. Frank Malzone leads off for Boston in the bottom of the 9th. Boston Red Sox could be the first higher seeded team, lower seed to be eliminated in this one and gone tournament. Woodashik will pitch to Malzone. That is a 5-2, and that is at the ballpark. Fenway Park, 3-4, and that is a home run possibility to center field. Frank Malzone against a righty is a 9. The die roll is a 15, and that is just going to be a fly out to center. He hit it high, he hit it deep, but he did not hit it gone. 1 out. Sorry about that. And that's caught at the warning track by Spangler. Here's Eddie Brassout. Woodashik. 1-5, strikeout +10. Against the lefty, that becomes a 17 and a 7 on the die, and he strikes out Brassard. 2 down. And the last chance for the Red Sox is Bob Tillman. How Woodashick. How Woodashick. Or it might just be pronounced How Woodshick, I guess. But it could be How Woodshick or How Woodashick. I don't know. How Woodshick. You smell conspiracy. Poor Salvador America. His Red Sox can't get a break. Woodchick will go ahead and pitch to Tillman. 2-2. Possible error. Tillman, 1-5. Fly ball to right field. The ball is hit the Gaines. His error rating is a 9. 12 is too high. Joe Gaines gets under it. Block. And the ball falls into his glove, and that will do it. Fly out. Fly out to right, and the ball game is over, and the Houston Colt 45s are the first higher-seeded team to advance to the next round. Poor Salvador America. He just can't get a break. Give you a final line score here in a minute. 1, 4, 6, 9, 11. And they had 2 errors. 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 12, 15. For the Houston Colt 45s, 8 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. For the Boston Red Sox, 5 runs, 15 hits, and 1 error. Bruce gets the win. Monbouquette does get the loss. There was not a save situation here. And that will do it, as the Boston Red Sox are eliminated, which means the Houston Colt 45s, they get to take on the St. Louis Cardinals in game number 12, as St. Louis was the 2nd seed. So Houston will advance to here, and they will take on the Cardinals. My next game will be game number 5, and that's the Cincinnati Reds versus the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that should be a fun game to play. So we'll see how we get for pitching matchup there, because I believe Koufax is the starting pitcher for the Dodgers. Dice evident for your team. I guess so. I don't know. But then again, that you could say the same for a Steeler fan. His Houston Astros, they couldn't buy a good dice roll. If they work in the quick results charts for payoff pitch, but not on the board. Well, that'll do it here. And that'll do it for me too for the day, I guess. I'll probably do a couple games tomorrow. So enjoying Inside Pitch a lot more now that I'm getting the rules down. I'm now beginning to be a little quicker now as I'm getting these games down here. Salvador America, Michael Peterson, thank you very much for joining me here at Fenway Park. See you guys next time for more of the One and Gone tournament for Inside Pitch 1964. Stay safe, stay smart, stay healthy, stay strong, and we'll see you guys again soon. Take care, everyone. Good night.